Find a comfortable seat in any way that works for you. Just find yourself relaxed. This is a beginner's class, but it's also kind of a fundamentals class. So we're going to go over all the major postures, many of the postures that you'll find in any flow class. So find a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall, and get comfortable. Feel yourself rooted into your mat, into your foundation. Let your spine be nice and long. You can close your eyes or keep them open and just soften the gaze. Let the crown of the head reach up and just begin to breathe. Feel a slight lift in through your heart. And you can keep your hands resting on your lap, palms down, palms up, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And just begin to focus inward. Let all of the things outside fall away and just breathe. See if you can begin to deepen your inhales and deepen your exhales. Making them longer and deeper, feeling the belly expand as you breathe in and come in as you exhale, pressing the air up and out. We'll take 3 breaths together to start our practice. In through the nose and a good strong exhale out through the mouth. Get out all the stale air. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Find your exhale. And take a big breath in through the nose. And let it go. Inhale, fill up. And let it go. One more big breath in. Fill up, 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 up. And let it go. Inside. Notice your mind for a moment. Is it wandering all over the place, jumping from things to do? Or is it pretty calm? I'm going to start with a lateral movement. Take your left hand down on the floor, reach your right arm way up and high to the sky, like you're trying to reach something up high, and head on over to this side. Use the hand to reach your ribs over to the right. Breathe in. You can look up if that feels good, or you can look down. But you're going to take those ribs over to the side. Lift the elbow up. Lift through the fingers. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. One more like that. Breathe into the lung. And let it go. And then inhale, lift the other up. Exhale it down. And then the left arm reaches up, and then head on over to the other side. So you're going to root down in through this hip. This hip starts coming up, plant it down, lift the heart, reach up through the elbow, lifting up. Use this hand to press over to the side. We'll take 2 breaths. Breathe in, and breathe out. One more in, and out. And then inhale, coming up. And then exhale, the hand comes down. We're going to twist over to the right. So sitting up tall, take your right hand behind you, left hand to the knee, sit up tall first, and then find a twist. So we're starting here. Imagine a spiral staircase. So you're elevating as you twist. Take 2 breaths in, breathe in. Breathe out and twist. Breathe in, sit up. Exhale, rotate. And then keep the shoulders here. Turn your head to look over your front shoulder. Just get a little extra stretch in through the top of the shoulders, bottom of the neck. Good. And then on your next inhale, come in through the center. And then over to the other side. Left hand behind you, right hand at the knee, sit up tall first. And then find your twist. Pull your navel in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then turn your head over to the front, looking over that front shoulder. Give yourself a little bit extra here, if that feels good. And then come back in through center. Place your hands on your knees or your laps. We're just gonna go side to side in a circle. Rotate around, just gentle. This is a good time to mention, you don't wanna feel any pain, no pain. Anything that you feel that it's painful, that means you've gone a little too far. So if something doesn't work here for you, just modify, go in the other direction. Just modify and, you can find blocks, you can find anything that you can use to help you. But just take a break if you need to. Good, just going around in a circle. Good, and then we're gonna come forward into a tabletop position. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Knees are underneath those hips, so fingertips are spread nice and wide. So if your wrists tend to bother you, you can walk your hands forward a little bit. It gives less pressure on the wrist, but otherwise they can reach right underneath you. Good, and we're gonna drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tail for cow. Take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, lift it up. And keep going with your breath. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tail, and then exhale, round that spine. Keep going with your own breath, just taking a second here. Investigating how does your back feel today? Are you feeling tight? Are you feeling good? And then add in any movements here that feel good. Any little movements or twists here. Good. And then come back into a tabletop position. Pull your belly in so you're nice and supported. We're going to take the elbows and draw them in. So if you can see the eyes of my elbows, the insides of my elbows are pointing forward, right? And when I do that and I bend my elbows, they go back, right? When the eyes of my elbows are pointed inward, they go out to the side, right? So we're going for, in yoga, elbows in, triceps in, eyes of the elbows forward, okay? So when we do this and we bend our elbows, right? Our chest can move forward, forearms stay parallel, and we press up. So we're just going to do a few of these motions. This is going to stretch out through the hands, and we're just warming up in through the arms. Just go nice and gently. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. This movement comes through a lot in yoga. In a typical flow class, that is. Good. And then palms are flat, really grip in through the mat. Tuck your toes, pull your belly in, straighten through the legs with the hips up, find a downward facing dog. Now take your time here, pedal it out, do any little motions that you need. What you want is palms flat, fingertips spread wide, first or second fingers pointing forward. Press your torso through your biceps and let your heels reach down as your hips lift up and back. Gaze up towards the thighs, maybe towards the belly button. You can move around as much as you want, but then find some stillness here and just breathe and stretch. So if you're a beginner, this pose is really intense. But then as you practice over time, oddly enough, this becomes a restful pose. But you're still always making it active, reaching the heels down, lifting the hips up, pressing down and through the hands, take the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe it in and breathe it out. We're going to come forward into a plank pose, top of a push-up, shoulders over the wrists, pull your belly in. So active here. This is a lot. Come down to your knees, totally fine, right? But see what this feels like first, and then we're all going to come down to our knees. Hug your elbows in, then we're going to lean forward, bend the elbows, so they're going straight back, hugging them into the ribs. Doesn't really matter what the toes are doing. Maybe they're coming up, maybe they're not. So we're doing these little push-ups. Leaning forward. Good. And then just come all the way down to the belly. Tops of the feet press down, hands come underneath your shoulders, and a little bit back, kind of by the ribs. Elbows in close, head and shoulders lift, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Two more like that. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Then press into the hands, tuck the toes, come through tabletop, maybe even an extended child's pose. Oh, that feels good. Then straighten the legs, downward facing dog. Bend it in. We're going to do that again. Cycle vinyasa. Inhale, plank pose, shoulders over wrist. Drop down to the knees. Drop all the way down to the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right? So when everybody says cycle through a vinyasa, that's kind of what that means. This is a modified version. Inhale to plank pose. Drop down to your knees. Lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Good. So this is intended to build heat, right? You can feel it when you're working it. So I'm going to give you another option. You can inhale forward to plank pose, shoulders over wrist. Now before I drop my knees down, but I don't have to, I can just come forward onto my tippy toes, bend my elbows, and come just halfway down. This is chaturanga. This is hard, right? But if you come here, go on the tops of the feet, and then lift the heart up for upward facing dog. And then pull the belly in, lift it up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. So there's lots of options for you. On your inhale, come forward, plank pose, shoulders over wrists, drop down to your knees or your not, and then come halfway down or all the way down. Inhale through, baby cobra or upward dog, and then lift it back, meet in downward facing dog. Good, and then walk your feet forward. Coming into a forward fold at the front of the mat. Let the feet be wide as you want. Bend your knees as much as you want. Leg. Hands can rest on the elbows. Sway it side to side. Shake your head yes or no. Plant the feet down. Find a half lift. Straight leg, straight spine. You can support yourself here, 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 even here. As long as your back is straight and legs are straight. Take a big breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, arms reach all the way up. Woo, big breath in. There's the ceiling. Exhale to Tadasana, mountain pose. So find your mountain pose. Feet are hip width distance or parallel. Belly in, shoulders back. Lift up in through the heart and breathe. Here, root down. Lift your toes up. Spread them out. Place them down one at a time. Pinky toes first. I can't do it, but I practice. Okay? Every day I get a little better. And then lean forward onto the toes. Lean back onto the heels. Find a middle space that works for you. Good. We're going to go through some half sun salutations. On your inhale, arms reach up. Press palms, gaze up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, mountain pose. Nope. Tadasana, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms reach up. Urdhva Hastasana. Look up. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana again. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Good. Gonna add on. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, plank pose, hands down. Step back to a plank pose. Take a big breath in. Exhale all the way or halfway down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. From here, you're going to inhale, raise your right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend the right knee and open it out towards the sky. Good. Then straighten the leg, flex the foot and point the toes down. Lift it up. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, drop the knees down and step this right foot forward in between the hands. Press your hips forward. Come on up onto your front thigh. Now, if you have blocks, you can use them here. If that helps you feel more stable, or books, or anything like that, you can place your hands on your front thigh. So we're pressing the hips forward. Shoulders are reaching back, heart's lifted. You can stay right here. If you feel like you want a little bit more, you can reach your arms up. If you want a little bit more, you can also arch back. Whatever feels good. Wherever you are, 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. And then hands come back down. And then find your tabletop position again. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Other side, left leg lifts up towards the sky. Then open the hip out, bend the knee. Feel a stretch in through that front left thigh. And then straighten the leg, flex the foot, toes point down, closing that hip back up. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, drop the knees down, come through tabletop, and place that left foot forward in between the hands. Other side, press the hips forward, shoulders back, lift the heart, get more. Breathe it in, breathe it out. And then whatever you did on one side, do on the other. If you lifted it up, do it. If you arched back, go right ahead. 2 breaths, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. And then hands come down, and then step back into your tabletop. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So we came through bent knees. We're gonna try something different this time. Inhale, raise your right leg up to the sky. And we're gonna take our right foot forward in between our hands again. This time, straight. You can also come down to tabletop if you want. Keep that back heel lifted, press into the foot, lift it up. Find a high lunge. Right? So the front knee is bent over the front ankle. Back heel is lifted. Big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to lean forward. 45-degree angle. So I'm making a nice long line from my fingertips all the way down the back of my heel. Stay like this if you're feeling it, or your hands can come down and back like an arrowhead. Fingertips spread wide, take those thumbs out to the sides, maybe up a little, external rotation in. Press down through the base of that big front foot, big front toes, maybe even lift the toes up. Ooh, that adds a whole lot more. When you're ready, breathe in and breathe out. Then we're gonna lift it up, inhale, come all the way up, then straight through the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, lean and hover. Inhale, coming up, straighten through the leg. Exhale, bend and lean. Last one, inhale, lift it up, straight through the leg. Exhale, bend and lean. Good, now inhale, lift it up, straighten through the front knee, then spin the back heel down, draw your torso towards the left, and take that right arm forward, left arm back. Rebend the front knee. Good, so warrior two. Front knees over the front ankle, back legs nice, strong and straight. Lift it up in through the heart, belly's in. Arms are strong in both directions. 2 breaths, breathe in. Breathe out. Press back through that pinky toe edge, that back foot. Good. Then we're going to flip our front palm. Reach this right arm forward as far as we can. Freeze the legs. Lift it up and back. Reverse warrior. And exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Last one, inhale, reverse. Exhale, back to warrior two. Good. Then straighten through the front knee. Find some relief. Hands to the hip. Step your back foot in a little bit. We're coming to triangle pose. If you use a block, you can grab one. But you don't necessarily have to. You can take your right arm forward, just like we were, arms at horizon. And we're going to just take this right arm, reach it as far forward as you can go. Keep it going. Good. And then from here, keep the torso where it is as the arm drops down. Then firm up the arm wherever it lands. Take that left arm up towards the sky. Now look down for stability, right? Or you can look up towards the sky. Or towards the side of the room, really wherever you need to look. Relaxing through the toes, firm up and lift up in through this left ribs. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, I can come downward a little bit. Ooh, yeah. Yep. But give it a go. If your left shoulder starts to come inward, to get your hand down low, that's not going to help you. So just keep yourself lifted in through here and just work your way down. However, I'm feeling it in over here. Whatever works. Take a big breath in, look down at your front foot, and then come on up. Keep that right arm reached up. Find a reverse triangle. Lift it up and back. And then exhale, bend the knee. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Now, this is the time where you can rest in child's pose, or if you want to cycle through vinyasa, add a little bit more, you can. Inhale, plank pose. And then exhale through baby cobra or up dog. And then we all just meet back here in downward facing dog. Or you can do what I did and rest in whatever your body needs at any given moment. So we're going to do the other side. So we're going to take the left leg, lift it up, take a big breath in. Exhale, left foot comes forward in between the hands. Again, come through your back, come through your bent knees if you need to. And come on up and find your high lunge. Take a second, root down into your feet, find your foundation first. Whoa. And then that front knee is bent straight over that front ankle. Lift up into the back heel, lift up into the back hamstring. Big breath in, big breath out. One more like that, big breath in, big breath out. Then we're going to find our lean again. Lean forward, 45-degree angle, super strong. So you can stay up like this if you did it on the one side, or you can draw your hands down and back, like I did. Like an arrowhead. Take your fingertips wide, thumbs out to the side, external rotation. Press down with the ball up, big front foot. Lift the toes up maybe. Cool. If you want to add a little more, breathe in, breathe out. I'm doing it too. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, we're going to flow. Inhale, lift it up. Then straighten through that front knee. Find some relief. Then rebend it and lower it down. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift up. And exhale lower. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Nice strong legs. Exhale lower. Good. Now inhale, lift up. Nice straighten through. Then we're going to open to warrior two. Spin that back heel down. Right arm goes back. Left arm goes forward. Take a second here, and then rebend into that front knee. Arms reach forward and back, belly in, firm up in through the hips, press that pinky toe back edge, lift up into the arch, lift nice and long. Lots of space in through the elbows, breathe in, Breathe out. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Then keep the legs here. Lift forward, up and back, reverse. Ooh, feel like a stretch. And then back to warrior two. Straighten in through the front knee, hands come to the hips. Step the back foot in. Again, ready to find our Trikonasana. Good. So from here, my torso still to the side of the mat. Arms reach out. Same thing that we did on the other side. Reach that left arm forward as far as you can go. And then keep the torso where it is. Just let the arm go. Then firm it up. Wherever it lands, reach that right arm up towards the sky. Again, gaze down for stability or up, whatever works for you. And then once you get here, breathe. And then decide, maybe I can start to slide on. Maybe not, right? But again, if your shoulder comes down, you don't want to collapse into it. So you can stay lifted. You can find a block and place it here if you need to or want to, whatever works. Relax your toes. We've got one more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Then press into your feet. Look down for stability. Lift it up and back. Reverse triangle. Feel the stretch into the side body. And then cartwheel your hands down. Step back. Find downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa if you want to. But I'm going to chill out in child's pose. Toes together. Knees can be together, not with distance. I'm going to let my head come down to the floor and sink my hips down. If my head doesn't come to the floor, you can place a fist or two or a block underneath you. You just want to feel as relaxed as you can. This pose is the ultimate surrender and rest. So allow this time here to just relax. Catch your breath if it's away from you. And just breathe. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Imagine even breathing in through your back body. And breathe out. Good. And then come on back on up into a tabletop position. Take a second here. Take stock. Do a little cat-cow. Get your way back into where you were. And then we're going to do a little side plank. So we're going to take from tabletop. We're going to take our left leg back. Drop the toes down. We're going to plant the right hand down, spin the left heel down, and then lift the left arm up. So with keeping this right toe here in line, that makes it more challenging. You can always make it a little bit easier for balance by taking that heel out to the side. Whatever works for you, lift it up. Maybe gaze up, maybe not. You can look down again for stability. You want the shoulder over this wrist. One more breath here, and out. Now options here, lots of options for Shavasana. So we can lift the leg up, pull the belly in, right? Option to bend the knee, maybe reach back. There might be a foot available to you. Here's mine. Then lift. Lift up in through the heart. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Then release it, lift it up, and then drop the leg back down. Now, one more challenge. Press down into this right hand. Press down into that left foot. Look down. Maybe hover that bottom knee up. What? Drop it down. Okay. One more time. Maybe lift it up. And then drop it down. Then come back into your tabletop. And then cat-cow. And we're going to do the other side. So come over here. Cat-cow. So we're going to take the right leg back. And then the toe down. Then spin onto that left hand outside of the left foot. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Option to keep that foot in line or kick it out, whatever works for you. Lift it up. Feel lifted up in through the ribs. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. And again, whatever you did on one side, give a go on this side. Maybe you lift it up. Maybe you stay right like this. Maybe bend your knee. Reach back. Lift your heart. Find a toe or a pant leg, anything that's there or not. Breathe. And then release. And then lower it down. Now, maybe, again, press down in with that left hand. Press in with that right foot. Lift it up. Maybe hover. And then down. I'm shaking like a leaf because it's hard. That's why it's a challenge. And then hands come down. Find your cat-cow. Breathe it in. Arch the back. And round the spine. Good. One more like that. Arch the back. And then round the spine. Good. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips, find your downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa. Again, I'm going to do one. Inhale to plank pose, shoulders over wrist. I'm going to exhale all the way or halfway down. I'm coming to chaturanga, but notice I'm coming my shoulders forward, right? And then drop down. Lift up and Upward facing dog or baby cobra, and downward facing dog. So we're all going to come forward into plank pose, shoulders over wrists. I'm going to hug my elbows in again, just like we did in the beginning. Pull my belly in and lower down as slow as I can. Slow. Maybe you just fall down. It's okay too. Breathe in. Tops of the feet press down, hands underneath your shoulders, and a little further back, elbows in. Take a big breath in, baby cobra. Hold it here, big breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, big breath in. And then exhale, lower right cheek, right ear to the mat, arms down by your side. Let it go. You can rock your hips side to side if that feels good. If it feels better in your back, you can windshield wiper your feet. Just allow yourself to settle in now. Then take your forehead to the mat. Interlace your hands behind your back. If that's not happening for you, it's totally cool. Reach your arms straight back. That works too. When you're ready, you're going to reach the arms back, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and lift the feet. Breathe in and lift it up. Breathe out. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one in. And out, lower it down, left cheek, left ear to the mat, let the arms go. Rock the hips side to side, or windshield wiper the knees. Allow yourself to find these moments of rest anytime you can. In your practice, in your life, right? Waiting in line, find a second of peace and stillness. We're going to roll over onto our backs. I'm going to reach my arms forward, up, and then I'm going to roll over. And it doesn't have to be graceful, clearly. So we're going to place the feet flat on the floor, heels underneath the knees, arms down by our sides. So we're coming to bridge pose. So if you have a block or a book and you like to rest it underneath your sacrum, it's really comfortable to do. You can just place the block right here. Varying heights, and then just let your body relax down. You can extend your legs forward if that works for you. We're going to do a little bit more of an active version, but do whatever feels good. So from here, we're going to press into our heels and lift the hips up. And then as you exhale, lower it. 3 more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Now we're going to lift and hold, so press into the heels, and then lift the hips. Maybe shimmy onto your shoulders and interlace the hands and press them down to help you lift up. Keep looking straight ahead. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you can also grab the outsides of your mat and pull them away. Sometimes that feels like it works good too for you. Whatever works. Just want to breathe in here. Breathe out. So squeeze in through the glutes, press in through the heels, draw the knees toward each other, even though they're hip width distance. Lift it up. Imagine the undersides of your knees heading towards your sits bones. Take 1 more big breath in. And then as you exhale, release the hands, lower upper middle, lower back down on the spine. Oh, that feels good. Keep the feet on the floor for this, and then windshield wiper your knees side to side. So when we do a lot of back bends over and over, like we just did, you want to just give the backs some time before you bring your knees into the chest. Even though it feels really good, it's good to give it a minute. Good, and then you can extend your legs up towards the sky. Oh, this feels good. Press the low back down on the floor, maybe even sway side to side. My back loves this one. And then when it feels good after a little bit, then you can take your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Maybe make little circles. We're going to come up to sit. We're going to come up to Navasana goat pose. So if you want, you can sort of start to rock up and down the spine. This feels good. And then maybe come on up. Maybe catch yourself in Navasana. Maybe not. If not, just get yourself comfortable. Feet are flat on the floor. Hip width is nice, hands underneath your thighs. Lift your heart, shoulders back, 1 foot, 2 feet, lift. Option to stay just like this. Pull your belly in, lift your heart. If it feels good here and you feel stable, arms can come out to the front, or they can come out to the side. If it feels good for you, you can straighten the legs if you want. You can even come halfway down if you want. I'm gonna hang out right here. We're gonna breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Cross the ankles, and then find a little cat-cow action into the back, and down. Breathe it in, and breathe it out. Good, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend our legs out in front. So, I'll come this way. So, you wanna have your arms down by your hips, press your hands down, roll your shoulders back, feet are flexed. So if your knees are bent when you're sitting like this, you can place a blanket or something underneath you to help tilt your pelvis. So sit up nice and tall, pull your belly in, take a big breath in, lift up in through the heart. Then on your exhale, you're just gonna lean forward. Just go until your back starts to round, right? And then drop the hands down, wherever they go, shins, ankles, toes. We wanna find almost a back bend here. I'm gonna take a few breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So now as you breathe, your heart is reaching forward. Your legs are engaged and strong, toes are headed towards you. My kneecaps are lifted towards my hips. So my quads are engaged. We're lifting up in. You can do this a myriad of ways. If you have a strap at home or a tie or bathrobe tie or a belt, you can place it underneath your feet. The balls of the feet help you breathe in and breathe out. And it's okay to do this with your knees bent. What you want to do is just feel the stretch along the back of the leg. So if you're doing it with knees bent, you're doing just fine. There's a lot of different ways things are supposed to look. It's definitely not supposed to just look the way I look. Take a big breath in, big breath out. And then when you're ready, just let your whole body relax down, rounding through your back, right? So find more of a passive forward fold. This is Paschimottanasana. Just take a couple breaths here and let it go. And then start to walk your hands back up underneath you. Sit up tall, bend your knees, and place the soles of the feet together. Knees out to the side. So, again, a couple different ways of doing this. There's a lot of right answers, really. Then sit up nice and tall, shoulders back. First, start with your hands behind your hips and press your tailbone forward, press your pelvis forward. Right? So this is pelvis forward, this is pelvis back. So we're pressing the pelvis forward. Right? Lift up in through the heart. See how this feels. We're going to take our hands and place them on the ankles. If your pelvis stays here, great. If it shifts back here, keep your hands back here. What we're going to do is keep the hands here, lift up in, and then maybe hinging at the hips, fold forward a little bit. So some people are going to fold all the way down, flat back. So we're doing that same heart lifting, flat back. Some people are going to be like barely moving forward. And some of us are just going to think forward. Some of us are going to press our hips, just lift up. All of those things are right. You just want to go for a feeling in through the hips where you get a good stretch. Close your eyes if that feels good. Just breathe. Slow the breath down. Notice where your mind is. Is it wandering? If it is, bring it back. We're going to take 5 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, fill up. Breathe out. 3 more. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Big breath in. And just let it go. And then on your inhale, come on up to sit. Hands underneath your knees. Help your knees together. Oof. And then we're going to place both feet flat on the floor. Hands come behind you for support. Give your knees a little windshield wiper. Oh, that is good. Good. And then feet are flat on the floor. I have my arms out inside or down by the hips for support. Roll down your spine, one vertebrae at a time or thereabouts. And then come to lay down on the back one more time. And then we're going to take the right foot. We're going to bend the right knee. Place the right foot just by the left knee. Flex this foot, it's important. Take that knee towards the other side of your mat. So the knee is going away from you, toes are flexed. Stay here if this is enough. For lots of it is. Otherwise, you can start to lift that left leg up. You can interlace your hands in here and grab your hamstring or your hamstring and your shin, whatever feels good. And then you're going to take your left elbow and press that right knee away from you. So you're drawing this left knee to your left shoulder as you press the right knee away from you. Just breathing in here. Just want to feel this stretch over here. Maybe. Breathe in. Breathe out. This is reclined pigeon. Find your breath. We practice finding the stillness in this class, in our yoga classes and our yoga mats, so that when we're out in the world, we can find it easier when we need it in HEB or driving. Take one more big breath in, big breath out. And then drop the left foot down, drop the right foot down. We're going to switch over to the other side. Take the left foot, bend the knee, flex the foot. Again, important. Press that left knee away from you. Right? Stay here if this is enough. Otherwise, lift that right foot up. Interlace the hands. Draw the right knee towards the right shoulder as that left knee goes away from you. You can use your elbows and your hands to help you if you need. Just breathe in. Breathe it out. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Keep going. Slowing the breath down. Thoughts are coming up. Notice them and then put them off to the side. Always come back to the breath or to a mantra like peace or serenity. I have 3 little girls. I try to think about patience as much as I can. Take one more big breath in. Big breath out. And then drop the foot on the floor. Other foot goes on the floor. Widen your knees and windshield wiper. If it feels good, reach your arms up. Give yourself a good big stretch. Windshield wiper side to side. And then we're going to draw our knees into the chest. You can make little circles in, massage the low back. If it feels good, you can hug the knees in and take the forehead to the knees. Good, and then lower back down. I'm going to find a supine twist. Take the knees off to the left, arms out into a T. Lots of variations here. So you can come onto this left hip. You can place blocks or bolsters, pillows, anything underneath this shoulder or the legs or even in between the legs. Anything here to help you feel supported. Don't want to feel any pain in through the back. Just breathe. Find a place where you can feel comfortable for 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. And we're going to take the knees up towards the sky and shift the hips over to the left. Knees drop over to the right. Same thing here. Take a second. Maybe your knees are above the belly button. And then step however you need to on this side. The left arm is going to go away from you. You can gaze in any direction that works for you, works for your neck. Just breathe in here. Breathe out. 2 more. 1 more big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Then take the knees back up into center. Hug them in 1 more time. And then feet go flat on the floor. I'm going to take the knees out to the side, soles of the feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. So we did Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, as the kids call it. Earlier, this is Supta, reclined version. This feels really comfortable. for some of us. You can place pillows underneath your knees or your thighs if this feels uncomfortable. And you can stay here and breathe. With every inhale, imagine filling up your body with good prana. Prana is the word for breath, for life, for energy. And as you breathe out, let go of any tension or stress, anything you don't need. Just find yourself breathing in and relaxing, letting the hips go. Our hips very tight as a culture. I'm going to stay here for 3 more breaths. One more big breath in. And let it go. Now we're going to set up for our final pose, Shavasana. So you can stay in this pose if you want, or you can help your knees together and extend your legs out. For corpse pose, our final resting pose, roll your shoulders underneath you, legs out, mat width distance or wider. Let your toes splay out to the side, arms down. Spread out as much as feels good. If your low back is feeling it, you can place a bolster or pillows underneath your knees to lift them up. That tilts the low back onto the floor. And wherever you are, whichever position works for you, you just want to feel really heavy. Allow everything to melt down. You can take a big breath in and then hold it at the top. And then let it go. And as thoughts come up, you can let them fall away like a leaf floating down the river. And then feel free to stay here as long as you want. 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Let your body soak up all the goodness and the work you just did. Thank you for coming to your mat and sharing your energy and giving good juju out into the world. I'll catch you on the mat next time.